Hey, this is Andrew Brown. In this video, I want to show you depends on, which allows you to tell CloudFormation basically the ordering to which it wants you to create your resources. Generally, it's very smart enough to figure that out on its own, but there are some cases where you would have to manually set it. So I'm going to make a new folder in here called depends. I'm going to grab code from, let's say, our stack updates here. I'm going to copy this, and we'll go over to depends and we'll paste it in here. And the idea is that I kind of want to force the order. We only have a couple of resources here. I'm just going to take this out here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 3 EC2 instances. I'll call this one 1, 2, and then 3. We go over here back to depends on. And we'll just say depends. Or depends on stack. And the idea is that I'm going to tell it explicitly which one it depends on. So the idea is that if I want to force this particular order, let's say I want 1, so let's say depends on this one, 3, and then this one here depends on, let's see, if 1 depends on 3, then 3 must be created first, right? And so that means 3 will get queued first. But then if 2 depends on, or 3 depends on 2, then 2 will get created first. And so our order here we're expecting is description, create in the order of 2, 3, and then 1. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting for the creation order to be. So we'll cd into our depends directory, and we'll go ahead and deploy this. And hopefully we can observe this. The only thing is that I think that the depends on actually goes here, because notice it's giving us an issue with the being under properties. So I'm going to try this one more time. I'm going to go over to the stack here and just delete this one. This one's wrong. And we'll go back over to here and attempt a deploy again here. I'm going to make sure this is correct by looking at the template. It's not showing us the template. I'll execute it, and I'll check the template now. And so this one has the depends on in the correct location. So what we're looking for here is to see the order in which it deploys in, but it already has a problem, which seems like it's unrelated to what we're doing here. So the architecture ARM64 of specified instance type does not match x86-64 specified AMI. Okay. Oh, it says T4G here. Okay, so we'll do T3, T3, and T3. Sorry. And I'll go here and delete this. We'll wait for this to vanish. Any day now, should not take that long. I'll wait for it to delete, okay? All right, so that's deleted. We'll go ahead and hit up. And we'll refresh this. And I'm going to go ahead and execute the change set. And so now what I'm looking for is to see the order to which it creates. So notice that it's starting with 2. Okay, so if we go back to here, we said 2 would be first. And now it is working on 3. And so then last would be 1. So you can tell that our order is taking effect and that is working. So yeah, I mean, I guess what we could do just to make sure that it's not random, what we'll do is wait for this to create, and then once it's done, we'll tear it down and we'll change the order. All right, so that is done creating. I'm going to go ahead and delete this stack. While that's deleting, I'm going to just add one more. We'll add a 4th one here, as I just want to really make sure that this isn't a fluke, okay? And so we're going to specify the order to be depends on. We'll just take the depends on out of these here for a second. And so 1 depends on, we'll say 1 depends on 2, and then 2 depends on 3, and then, well, hold on here. So 1 depends on 2, so 2 will have to, well, hold on. The logic can get a little bit complicated here. Let's start from the bottom. So we'll say 4 depends on 3 happening first, and then 3 depends on 2 happening first, and then 2 depends on 1. And so basically we're now forcing the order to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like in the sequential that it's supposed to be. So what we'll do is go back over to here. That's going to take some time. So what I'm going to do is that one's tearing down. I just want to get this going here. So I'm going to just call this 2 here, as I can just do that. I'm going to go ahead and deploy that, and we'll go back over to here. And then I'm going to go to this one, execute this change set. And so what I'm expecting to see here is this to happen in the order. So we have 1 happening first. Excellent. And so we'll expect to see 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to pause here so we can speed this up. All right, and we can see our order is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the exact order that we expected. Notice that I guess it's all completely done here. So we're in good shape. I can go ahead and delete this stack because I don't need it to do anything. And I will consider this done. So we'll go ahead here and just save this as depends on. And I'll see you in the next one, okay? Ciao.